we are all hoping the Eagles lose tonight, right?
I never prayed on anyone's downfall.
Sure you have, Brian. Sure you have.
Um, I don't know if I'm praying for them to lose, but I wouldn't.
Praying is a strong word. I am hoping they lose.
I would not be upset if they did. It wouldn't.
Do you understand how divisional
I do. I understand.
is it that you know? I'm not gonna even go there.
Look,
It's all
man, I
right.
don't want to. I don't want to jinx anybody. I don't want to jinx the Buccaneers with my desire for them to not gain an advantage in the
Baker
division.
Mayfield is gonna dice them up. You have to believe that.
I mean, Buccaneers have swords, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna
Um,
chop the bird's wings off.
I wonder why you would think that. Why would you want that for the Eagles? Are the Cowboys like not doing well?
Yeah, because we lost this weekend, so it would be nice if the Eagles lost, so that
Would you guys lose?
Washington Eagles. So all everyone in the
Oh
NFC
man,
East would have lost if the Eagles lose this week. Just meaning that the records don't really switch.
yeah, Who'd the
It's
Cowboys
crazy
lose
because
to?
as a Giants fan, yeah, we just said that, and we lost to a pretty ass team. But
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing for you guys.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt it coming, and it was before I found out that our lineman was out, which was a big deal. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason the Giants haven't been able to have a good fucking run game because they old linemen and a lot of other teams too. But
Our
even
O-line?
aside from that, I felt like everybody just kept looking ahead to this 49ers game. And I just feel like I know what the fans is doing it. The players is definitely looking for talent. And I think the Arizona game humbled them. I think a lot of the defenders really was like riled up for Trayvon Diggs since he got hurt. He's out for the season. So they probably really wanted to prove a point
Mhm.
like that we're gonna still be okay. And I don't know. I didn't get to. I didn't. This is the first game I didn't watch. Thankfully, I caught the end of it. I caught like the 5 minutes of third, like within the third, and then the fourth quarter, and we could have we really could have won that game still. But I don't know. I guess most people are gonna blame it on the offense,
Yeah.
which is fine. And I'll tell you this, I'd much rather it be the offense fucking up now. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll get it together in time. It is a new offensive coordinator and all that too.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to start off by saying there's no such thing as a humble cowboy.
I guess. Wait, is that in real life or like? Oh,
Just
you mean the Dallas Cowboys
the
fan?
Dallas Cowboys.
But like, what about regular Cowboys? Are they
Regular
humble?
Cowboys are
Is that
probably.
also a thing about? Oh,
I would say that they were probably, Cowboys are mostly probably like farm workers, probably. So I would imagine they'd be humble.
farm workers ain't humble. They're fucking assholes too, right? They feel like they're big shit with their big cornfields.
Those darn farm workers with their cornfields and their tractors.
Yeah, and the big fucking silos.
It's pretty
You
cool. I'm
know
not
what I'm
gonna lie. The
saying?
silos
Yeah,
are
they're trying to what?
those silos are pretty cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, man, but they overcompensate for something.
Yeah,
You want to live in a silo?
I don't want to live in a silo. I don't think you could live in a silo.
They had refurbished silos upstate New York, and my
Really?
friend was dead ass thinking about moving into one. And I
That's
looked at that nigga like I couldn't fucking believe what he was telling me with a straight
that's
ass face.
that sounds literally insane to live in a
It
silo.
does. This was my freshman year of college too, so I was brand new, and I really didn't know if it was they were just being sarcastic or something. I was still trying. I was still getting my feet wet. You know what I'm saying?
Did they show you the silo? Did it look nice
Yeah, yeah. They showed me pictures. It was on fucking Facebook or something like that,
on
and
Facebook?
it didn't. I mean, I'll tell you this: it didn't look like a silo inside. But when I knew it was a silo, and then I looked back at the pictures in the inside, I said, "Oh yeah,
That's a
this
silo,
is
all right.
yeah, this is a circular
That-
studio apartment with like It's so weird, and then you think there'd be multiple floors, like a duplex or something like that, because it's a big ass silo. But no, you just take steps up, or it's just on the first floor, and the rest of it is just ceiling.
Wow, that's
It's
so
really awkward.
you're just living in a tube.
Yeah, I think farmers do this to make a little extra money, so they rent it out.
Yeah, farmers are suffering, I
Well,
guess.
I heard that one time, and I never went and looked it up again. I should go see if they still have those available.
Tell you what, most NYC, some NYC apartments, I'd be like, I'd rather live in a silo, I guess.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That's not even like a lie. It's really not.
I've,
It's unfortunate. I wasn't really trying to be funny about that shit, man. That's how bad housing is
I'll tell you
right
what, I
now.
saw this. Sometimes like I get like real estate people on TikTok and they're like showing off their apartments, and sometimes
Fuck them.
I'm like,
Sorry, cut.
how do you like feel pride in showing this off? This is literally a closet that you expect people to live in for $4,000 or something. I saw one
See,
that's like in the corner
I
of the
have the
bill.
perspective that they're already pieces of shit,
For sure,
and
for
that
sure.
shouldn't exist, right? But with that said, on top of that, it's like you you got some nerve. You gonna mega profit off somebody in this climate. Like, hey, shit is hard, so I'm gonna really ratchet it up because, ha ha ha. Like, you feel good.
Yeah,
I ain't never have a job doing some shit that I ain't feel good about. Like, that's why I couldn't be a butcher. I feel so bad about killing these animals every fucking day.
honestly, same.
So I would never do that.
Yeah,
The amount of money they have to pay me to do that shit. And then even then, I'd be so uncomfortable. I try to save up money to go to school to do a different job. You
y-
feel me?
yeah.
Like, I,
I
all right, I'm
mean,
not gonna go into a spiel about land, but just
yeah. I
should be
mean,
well known
it's
that I think landlords should be abolished. And I think all public property should be publicly owned.
yeah,
I mean, all property, all property should be publicly owned. And when I say property, I'm not talking about your personal possessions or your car. And I mean like apartment buildings, so that so that rents aren't made out of rent. So that I mean, rent isn't at a rate where we're trying to profit. It's so that it's at a fair rate where people can pay and live in it.
yeah.
You know,
At the very
because that's what
minimum,
people would
like
vote for.
at the very minimum, broker's fees should be gone. That's such a
Like
Yeah,
fucking shit.
I fucking hate that shit so much.
It used to
It's
be
just
not a
all bad.
thing.
It's all bad. Like all those extra things are just an extra smack in the face, and they're either delusional or truly evil, like cops.
I think it's the latter. I think it's just truly
Landlords are
evil.
just like cops, basically. That's how I see it.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of landlords are pretty shit people.
Yeah, as far as their role in society, it's like the people who know what they're doing, they're evil, and the people who don't know what they're doing, they're completely fucking clueless and ignorant
Yeah,
and dangerous to society as well.
yeah. This might be a weird pivot, but I wanted to ask you guys: how often do you guys think about the Roman Empire?
This came up. This came up before. Somebody asked this, and I don't like this question, but I want to hear Brian ask it first because I just gave a whole spiel.
I mean,
So
I
I need
asked that half in jest because I haven't thought about the Roman Empire since like maybe school.
me neither, and I'm going to make a criticism about Europeans.
You know it's coming, everybody.
It's coming. So it's Chris's fault. He brought it up
It's
to
my
me.
fault. You're
So
right.
if you don't want
Honestly, I
to
should
hear
have seen
about
it
how
coming.
Europeans fucking just ruin the world, you could skip to the podcast or
Yeah,
something. I'll probably talk about it there too. So sorry.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how this became a meme, but I don't know.
Brian, do you think about the Roman Empire?
No.
I thought she was going to give a sarcastic answer. I'm not disappointed. I'm just surprised.
Well, you're the sarcasm god here, man.
I
Yeah.
am, but Brian takes his shot. He is an edge lord.
Brian does take his shots. If we're gonna rank who's the most sarcastic between all three of us, it's you. This is a
Yes.
long gap, Brian, and then me.
Yeah. A sizable gap.
Hey, you're sarcastic to a point where sometimes I really have to take a step back and decipher whether what you mean is what you mean.
It's like the gap in power between like the top heavy characters in Naruto and then everybody else.
It's true.
Oh, Coco, what's up? You got the zoomies?
Oh, Coco's got zoomies?
Yeah, and then she's like, wow.
Oh, I don't know if you guys heard, but the WGA reached a tentative agreement with.
I heard. I heard. I didn't hear the details of it, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about it on Tuesday at Branch. But what have you heard anything more?
Well,
Or
it's like tentative. They're reviewing the terms. Like the strike's technically not over until like the agreement is signed, and even
Yeah.
then, there's still the Actors Guild that's still striking. Right now, the writers got what they consider to be a pretty great deal. That's all I heard, is that the deal is pretty great for them. But
Yeah.
but yeah, then there's still the Actors Guild. So who knows? I feel like that's also going to be probably after they deal with the writers stuff, and soon enough we'll be able to talk about live action One Piece soon. Finally.
Oh shit! Yeah, we still will talk about it, huh? I kind of want to watch it again.
Honestly, I was thinking of doing the same thing. Just like rewatching it because it's been a minute, but
Hey, for everybody on YouTube that happens to be listening, well, anybody that, whatever, if you're listening, you could go on YouTube and respond to this video maybe. But if y'all want us to cover, you know what? Maybe we could just have a discussion about this instead.
well, what do you mean?
There's a certain series on YouTube that I want to cover because I've always really enjoyed it, and I think it sparks natural conversation. Other people cover it too, but like I don't know. I don't think they cover it the way how we would, and how we have other things to go with it. Like wouldn't just talk about it. We talk about all things around it too, the culture. And
What is it?
what I'm talking about is death. Every
Death
time
what?
there's a new episode, I want to have the discussion about it. I feel like it should be a point of topic.
Oh, Death Battle.
Yeah.
We can. I mean, I don't see
Or
why not.
especially when it's like comic characters, like manga and comic characters specifically. Like they just had one that came out today, and it was the character from Infamous versus the character from shit. What's that other fucking Prototype? Prototype.
Oh, wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah, those are throwbacks. This
Yeah.
is like an OG matchup. People used to talk about this shit forever.
Yeah, when
Like, who would
Prototype
win?
was a thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: one person wins pretty handedly. So you'll have to watch the death battles for yourself.
Yeah, I haven't seen Death Battle in a minute, but I would. I mean, I would be down to do
I
that.
only watch the high profile fights.
Ooh, the premiere fights.
What's the premiere? What was the last premiere fight you seen?
I don't remember.
Shit, man, you
Let me
missed
look.
a lot. Let me ask you this: what do you think about with? All right, so they had Jean Grey versus Raven. First,
Jean
I
Grey
want to
versus
ask y'all
Raven?
who y'all thought won. Yeah,
Jean Grey.
what do you think, Brian?
Um,
And
Jean
I'm
Grey
gonna tell y'all
versus Raven?
who I guess like who I thought was gonna win prior to, since y'all don't know. Like, I'll give y'all my understanding too.
I think Raven wins.
All right, I had Jean Grey winning, like when I first went into the episode. So yeah, y'all can watch that. I think it's a cool, it has characters we like. So and I really enjoy when Death Battle does like the informational stuff. You get to learn about these characters. I've learned a lot about different games and shit. Like I learned a lot about Skyrim from Death Battle.
Mm.
Yeah, they had like the main character in Skyrim go against like the main character of the World of Warcraft or something like that.
World of
I don't know.
Warcraft. I didn't know World of Warcraft had a main character.
Like the base character,
Honestly, I feel like I remember having that conversation with my cousin about Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer.
Cole McGrath is the Dragonborn guy, right?
What? No, he's the guy from Infamous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is a throwback. They made mad throwback jokes. But they was both like, could be good or bad. Oh, that was so big. That's such a big deal back then. Are you gonna make your character good?
Yeah, I remember that. That was that really was a whole era of video games. It's like, do you want to be an asshole for a while?
I think Infamous popularized it though.
Yeah, I feel like
No,
Infamous was the first one,
no.
like the big deal
I
one.
don't know. Fable, Knights of the Old Republic.
I'm
That's
talking about
those
mainstream.
predated those games. Um, man, yeah, that was with like Fable and that were like the first ones where you could like kind of make your own decisions. And then GTA is truly like if you ask me, GTA is like the godfather of that shit. Because
Would-
you didn't have the only meter you had was the police meter. And people will go out their way to get that shit fucked up and be dickheads just to have this to start the meter go off and feel like, yeah, I got the cops on me.
Yeah, I feel like GTA was like you had no choice.
They pioneered that shit.
They really, if there's any case for like, if there's like humanity is evil, is watch someone play GTA.
That's why I always follow the laws because I don't want to give in to.
Oh yeah,
violence.
you stop at the stoplights.
Yeah, I drive safely unless the mission
That's
requires me
incredible.
to commit crimes.
It's so hard to drive that game too.
It really
And,
is.
like, especially if you came from playing fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah, well, Brian's a better person than most people
fun.
because I don't know a single person who obeyed the
I
laws
ran so many
What am
people
I,
over
an
by
animal?
accident. I didn't want to.
by accident.
I always played a good guy in my games whenever I had a choice
Really?
because I wanted to be reverse edge
I don't know
lord.
how you play good guy in GTA.
I never played GTA except for like at my friend's house.
Yeah, I never owned it either. Like we never owned it at
Yeah,
our place, but we always
I
played
never
it with other
asked for it
people.
either. I had a PlayStation. I just didn't really want it.
Yeah, I knew I wouldn't like be playing it much. You know what I mean? Like it's a fun game, but I never was interested in playing like the story or whatever.
I thought it was boring as hell, honestly. Well, not all right.
It's fun for
I
like
don't want to sound
15
like that.
minutes and then
Yeah. I get bored fast. Like I'm just like okay, like I'm just aimless.
yeah.
At least like these newer like open world games, sandbox games or whatever you want to call that shit. Like there's a lot of other cool things to do. Like Zelda, I could play that game. I could put that game on right now, even though I beat it and got most of the shit done and just go run around and explore. And it's just fun. It is
Mhm.
just rewarding to look around at everything. I didn't feel like that with the GTA.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll just mention this real quick. I don't like that meme about how many times do men think about the Roman Empire or something like that. It's just like, why would we fucking think about that? Why is it significant? Why is that so much more significant than any fucking thing else? Now I get it, right? It's a meme. So at first you think, oh well, I mean, that's the point. It's kind of random. Why is your friend think? Why does your man think about this? Why does your guy friends think about this random thing all the time? But it's like, why did they choose that? Fuck the Romans. They were terrible people, man. I'm not glorifying them in any kind of fucking way. No, I don't think about the Roman Empire, and it's weird that everyone's asking
Yeah.
and even bringing them up.
I don't
That's
think
how I think about
I don't
it.
even think people
Right.
think about it as much as they say they do. I feel like, people
I
are just
don't, but it's corny.
participating in the meme.
Joke.
Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
I was hoping you understood it, man. I was really banking on that. I didn't want to just be mad.
No,
It's
no,
like,
I'm not angry about it, but I'm also just like, what?
oh well, I'm goddamn salty.
Maybe I'm just
I'm,
old. maybe this is
I'm saltier than the ocean,
maybe
my
this is
guy.
the first stage of me getting into old manhood where I'm just like not understanding what the kids are doing these days.
I don't understand.
What are these kids talking about the Roman Empire? But where?
No, they want to talk about a time where whites were the greatest ever and on top of the world, but in the cool sense, because they still are now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, whites
not
being on
cool.
top
They're
is
just
like
not
not
cool.
as fun and
It's just
cool.
everyone is mad about it. Where in the textbooks they read, nobody was able to be mad at they don't have real people in their face saying how they're oppressed by Romans, so they get to just live in the glory of it through movies and their textbooks and
Yeah,
books and stuff.
the good old days.
No, I'm being dead ass serious. That's why that's the whole thing, like that's why when people say the good old days, and that's another thing, like ancient times, and things were simple. We just went to people's lands, destroyed them all, and and burned their books and raped their women and pillaged everything. And everything was cool. Nobody bitched and complained like they do now.
I feel like
At
if
least-
anything, that's a more complicated time because you were like in Mortal Kombat with everybody at any point in
Bro,
time.
this is stupid, man. Like when I say niggas, I mean not niggas actually. Not niggas. No. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have my history channel one day.
Yeah.
My own history fucking podcast.
I mean, you should
And I'm
start.
gonna say welcome to New History City.
Is that
I'm
what
gonna
it's-
do the whole intro and then I'm gonna introduce you secondary.
Okay. I won't know anything. I'll just be like, whoa, I didn't know that.
I'm gonna say all the plugs.
You'll be in charge. Finally, you'll be in charge.
Yes, that's what I've been plotting since day one, Christian.
Yeah, just to slowly morph this into a history podcast.
Yes,
Yes,
and take a lot less time off. Take a lot of time off your hands of writing scripts and stuff.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't write.
No, you really don't. But you used to have a nice little outline when we used to have the American comics and English and Japanese.
It was on and off for me.
A lot.
You know,
Huh?
like it's on and off for me. Sometimes I'll be in a mood where I like write notes, and then others I'll just like I'm too lazy to write notes. So I'll just,
I still can't
Yeah,
believe we
that's
covered
literally how it works for
all
me too.
that.
yeah. I mean, we did it all in about the same time frame as we do
Yeah.
with everything we're doing now.
Yeah. It was like usually closer to like it was always between an hour 45 and 2 hours and 15 minutes. So within like that. Damn, I guess we would, you know what it was? We didn't have the whole like section where we would say, okay, what are our thoughts? And then get a little bit deeper. We just
Mhm.
kind of talked shit until we got to the end of the chapter and then moved to the next one.
Yeah, we did all that stuff in the during the recaps, I guess, back in the day. I don't know. It's been a long time. We've been doing the show for like 4 years or so.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy
right?
to think about.
Since 2019, right?
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah, goddamn dude.
Well, I guess we should get into some questions because we got quite a bit a little backed up here. This is a question from last week that we didn't really get to, from Mike, of course. This is like not related to mangas, and this is actually kind of like a hard one for me. But he asks, we all grew up in the city, so I'd love your take on this. What are the top 3 iconic NYC foods? And he adds a side note: if chicken on rice isn't on your list, 99% chance your list is invalid to me.
Is it chicken over rice?
Yeah.
Like from the halal truck?
I would imagine so.
I don't know about being top 3. I'll go ahead and say maybe top. I won't even violate and say top 10, which is not a violation. New York City food is awesome. Like there's certain dishes that are cultural that I will say I'll just claim as New York because they do it here so much too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. Chicken over rice. I'm sorry, Mike.
Well, right off the bat,
Might
you got to
just
say
get top.
pizza.
Yeah, this
You
is
That's
a
got
up
to
big,
say
there.
pizza.
this is
That's
a big,
up there.
this is a big pizza town for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, chicken over rice. Lamb over rice makes sense.
Lemon rice is
yeah.
good. You know what's
I
rough
don't,
about like
I don't love it because I don't like that white sauce. And I feel like if you don't get no sauces on your chicken over rice, then it's not as good. And I get my shit with no sauce. I don't be loving it like that. Like
yeah. Yeah, you know the tough part about like judging New York foods is that there are mostly foods you could also get anywhere else, like in any other major city. So I don't know
yeah,
if
when
there's
it
like
comes, I feel like a part of what makes New York food so good is not even always about the food itself, but about how you're able to get it. Like, for example, I'm sure if you make a bacon, egg, and cheese at home yourself, that should be mad fucking good. You're gonna make it how you want it. It's good that you can go to most stores in New York Get yourself an egg sandwich or a honey turkey, egg and cheese,
Ooh,
or
a
something like
bacon, egg,
that.
and
You know what I
cheese.
mean? We're not gonna do all of that right now. Almost done. I
You're
almost
telling
don't
me
even
a
know what
bacon,
to
egg, and
say.
cheese is not an iconic New York food?
That's
Oh,
not the
chopped
fuck.
cheese too.
I would
I'm
say that
I'm
most
just saying
deli
I don't
foods.
know.
I think we got a lock on deli here. Is
Yeah,
everybody else?
that was the point I was trying to make. It's the fact that we have deli, so it's like deli. So I'll say deli food, right?
Mhm.
Deli food, right? And like, okay, so that counts as sandwiches, egg sandwiches. Yes, the bacon, egg, and cheese. And nah, I wasn't gonna say that it wasn't brand. I was just a little annoyed because I just feel like I don't know. Is it just me or is the word bacon, egg, and cheese starting to get played? Like, just say egg and cheese if you're from New York. I don't know.
I
Am I
mean, yeah,
gatekeeping? Am I
it's
getting
like
a
an
little
iconic
weird?
New York thing. It was also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, man. The first time I saw that shit, I thought it was funny. And then the second time I seen that shit, I was just like,
I still find it funny as fuck every time. Every time
I
I
don't know.
watch
They
that
making
scene.
fun of us.
Yeah,
I don't
because we
know.
sound
But
fucking
it's like
funny.
y'all niggas can mind your own business and eat y'all whack ass egg sandwiches then.
I don't think they're making fun of
Whoever thought
us.
that
I
was a
think
funny joke.
I don't think they're making fun of us. I think it is more of like a bit on the turtles
Hey,
not being
mommy.
social
Uh,
and being kind of cringe lords. Even though
yeah,
they're
that's what it was.
even though they
Yeah,
were
big
just being sweet kids in that moment.
like cringe.
Yeah, cringe. Yeah, I guess I think we claim deli food pretty easy because
That's
everywhere.
easy.
One of the things I also hear is just like bagels are not as good anywhere else. Like we got bagels on lock.
Everyone says that. Yeah.
Um, now I want a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Making bacon pancakes.
Okay, so we got deli food, pizza. I guess pizza's our guy.
I mean, halal is up there.
Yeah, halal's pretty
It
good.
is. It is. They have other good things that are halal too.
Yeah, I feel like
Not for chicken over rice. Nah, like just because I don't love it, it is. I don't know if it's top three though, Mike.
I don't
It
know if it's
is. It's
top three
I don't
either.
know if it's top three though.
Top three, but
Like I put Chinese food over halal food. I'm sorry.
yeah, I do love me some Chinese food.
What
Some
about
takeout,
the
like that
Spanish
takeout place.
restaurants over here, man?
Yeah, there is a lot of Spanish.
Well, that's the thing is that there's like so many different kinds of Spanish. It depends on what you mean, because I think like maybe you should talk about.
You could talk about like canarios and shit like that. Doesn't have to be like a specific.
Like a Dominican spot, like a Dominican or Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I would say maybe if you're
Alright.
talking specifically Dominican restaurants, we're pretty good at that. But
Yeah, the Spanish
Mexican
food. I
food.
mean, I'm sure you can get that in other cities, but you can get chicken over rice in other cities. You can
Yeah,
get
like Mexican food is a Texas thing. Like Texas got that on lock apparently. So
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. They can have that.
yeah, but Dominican
I
food.
mean, we got awesome Mexican restaurants out here too, but it's
true,
just not
but
like
it's not the same.
it's not as prevalent as authentic.
Yeah,
Like they got like I
I
imagine they got mad little spots that are mad good, like some like like how we have just delis out here. They probably just got mad Mexican spots. Like,
I feel like we got burger spots here. I think that's like one of our big things. We got a
well,
good
I ain't
burger.
gonna hold you, man. Like diners.
Ooh, diner food.
I think New York is top notch with it, man.
I don't think New York is like the best in diner foods though.
I feel like we have a lot of like cultural significance placed on diners, but I don't know if we rule the diner food.
Yeah, I
scene.
think
It's
more
really
suburban
hard.
areas smash
I feel
that
like it's
shit.
hard to boil it down to single foods, like how Mike said the chicken over rice, particularly.
Yeah, if we're talking about individual dishes,
We're
as
talking about
opposed to food genres.
it's a bacon, egg, and cheese and a pizza for top two for sure.
Yeah.
If we're talking about
A
specific
regular
dishes.
cheese slice, like a cheese slice, a slice of cheese pizza.
This shit's making me hungry. I swear to God, I haven't eaten yet.
And adding food, you got the bakeries. Excuse me.
Okay, so we should think of one more.
Plain fried rice and chicken wings.
Yeah. I mean, fried rice and chicken wings is pretty undefeated sometimes. Sometimes that's all I need in my life.
Country blue sky.
But it's like one of those things where you could get it anywhere, but is it the best here? I couldn't tell you. I think the more widely known it is, the harder it is to place here. Except for pizza, because I feel like pizza is like such a big thing here.
Beer back.
But yeah. I guess for Mike's sake, we could put chicken over rice just to round out our list.
I can't really think of nothing else.
Yeah.
I want to say Spanish food. I want to say stewed
I want to say
chicken
it too. I want
with
to say,
yellow rice and beans.
like Dominican, Puerto Rican food. I think we got that. I think that's us for sure. Plain, like just like a rice with beans. I don't.
But what about like Miami or something? I think Miami
That's Cuban
probably
food.
has
I would
really
say.
good Spanish. Oh,
Yeah, that's
what
the
they're
thing
really.
about judging Spanish food is that you got to look into, I guess, like the more like Spanish food is such a wide.
They don't have a big like Puerto Rican and Dominican community out in Miami.
Huh?
They don't got a big Puerto Rican or Dominican
I don't know.
community in
They
Miami.
could. I just know. I mean, I've known from other things that I guess is that like Miami, Florida is like a Cuban place. I guess it's more Cuban. But I could be wrong. I don't know food scenes like that. Well, you're the food guy, Mike. Why don't you let us know?
Yeah, put us on. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit, anybody listen? I want to hear your top 5 too, or from whatever city you from. What's your top?
Yeah, what's your top 5 from wherever you guys are from? If you're listening, let us know. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com. Comment under the comment section here. I guess we got another question, but this requires a lot of context. These questions come as a result of a story that he tells us in the email. I don't know if Brian's back, but I would
Still
like
on
for
the
him.
shooter, probably.
Yeah, I'm probably still in the shitter. But a lot of these questions have to do with commutes because this is questions commuter edition.
Okay.
I guess I'll just read it out, and when Brian comes back, we'll give him some context. I thought I was done with the questions, but inspiration hit me on my commute. I was buying Band-Aids at the Path train station, about to exit. Then out of the corner of my ear, I heard "suck my dick, pussy," and I knew it was on. I kept it moving and let the two combatants figure it out between themselves, but it got me thinking. He asks, "What are the main characters from Jujutsu Kaisen doing in this situation?" He says, "I feel like Yuji jumps in the middle of it to help out, and Loki, I think Nobara's got that dog in her. She jumps in and takes both of their lunch money."
Also, like, how dare y'all interrupt my commute?
Yeah.
But y'all both be punished. Yeah.
I don't think
Gojo
Yuji.
looks at them both.
Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. You go for it.
Yeah, Gojo just looks at them both with the bandage on around his eyes, of course, looking like a crying weirdo. And he tells them, "How about just being Jujutsu sorcerers instead? And if not, how about you just fight me if you guys think y'all the tough?" So
Yeah.
yeah.
He tries to recruit them.
Yeah, and if not, he just opens the domain and shows them everything in life
He
within
just
a
shatters their
millisecond or
mind.
something like that. Huh?
He shatters their mind.
Doesn't Infinite Void fill you with information? Like,
Yeah, but it overwhelms you to a point where you can't move because you are experiencing everything at the same time.
yeah, exactly. So he just does that. He does that to them for you fractions of a second, and then releases before they die, and that's that. And they're just like, "Wow,
What's going on?
what is this life?"
Brian's back. I just wanted to. So Mike asked us some questions as a result, out of inspiration from a story that he experienced on the train. He says he was buying Band-Aids on the Path train, and then as he was like leaving, he heard someone yell out, "Suck my dick, pussy," and he knew that
Why?
he knew there was a fight going on at some point. So he wanted to ask, what are the main characters from Jujutsu Kaisen doing in this situation?
If somebody shouted "suck my dick, pussy,"
At them, or that's a good question. If are the Jujutsu Kaisen characters you in the story, or the people being shouted at? Because I think Gojo leaves well enough alone. I feel like I don't know if he would like take umbrage with that. He would just like walk away.
No, they're saying that's like it was two people arguing, Brian. He heard one person say that to another person, and he got out the way.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yep, they about to get it cracking. I'm not about to get caught up in any of this. But
Yeah,
he's saying that if he was, if the Jujutsu Kaisen characters was in his shoes, what would they have done after hearing that?
I think
Hearing
Yuji
that
would
and then
want to
knowing that they're
scrap,
about to fight.
or at least watch what happens.
yeah. He says
Yeah,
that.
Mike said usually would get in the middle of it and try to break it up.
Gojo would watch out of fun, out of sport. He wouldn't
Yeah,
stop it or anything. He would just watch.
You think so?
I think he would
Yeah,
watch. I
for
feel like that
sure.
makes sense for him.
I was saying that he would either try to recruit them, and if they denied, then he would open up infinite void on
What?
for fractions of a second, and it would change the whole trajectory of their arcs.
Maki would beat both of them down.
Yeah, and call them and then be a tsundere about it.
Yeah, she'd be too cool for school about it. I feel like Nanami would ignore it and just go home.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
So.
Nanami wouldn't get involved. Megumi also wouldn't get involved. I think he'd just walk away.
You know what? I think I agree with Brian. I can see Gojo just sitting there with his leg over his lap,
Yeah.
like foot resting on his knee type shit, and then just like watching pleasantly right there as the tussle happens, right like within the vicinity, like next to him, with the bandage over his eye, of course.
Yeah.
And whenever they try to touch him, it's infinite. It's he has his curse technique.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. Yeah.
Nobara will probably get in the middle of it. I don't know if she'd break him up. I think she'd be more angry, but I think you're right about that, Mike. I think she'd like beat the shit out of both of them.
I guess there's two camps. Huh? There's 3 camps here, huh? There's 3 camps.
Kashimo's not a main character, but I want to do him too. I want to say his situation.
Kashimo will probably kill them with his electricity powers.
There's 3 camps.
But before that, he would say, "Where's Sukuna?"
Yes. He would think they were Sukuna. He would say, obviously, only Sukuna talks this reckless, so I'm gonna fight whoever it is.
He would have broke his neck when he heard SMD. He would have just like, "Oh, Sukuna, you hearing this era?"
Hello?
Yeah.
Why everybody just gets silent?
Yeah, right. I stopped talking. I thought someone that was a little weird. Where did Chris go?
Maybe his internet died.
Yeah, maybe it's Chris that died.
No, my bad. I'm here. I thought you guys would vamp. I had to open the door for my cat.
You had to?
I thought you guys would be able to hold the conversation for a second.
Yeah, it kind of just stopped.
I thought, look,
it's not like you were trying to say something, Brian. So I finally wanted to let you like.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Like
I thought you guys were talking.
Here was my thought process.
Like, all right, I guess fuck me, huh?
Here was my thought process. We kept interrupting Brian, which was our bad. And then, Josh got finished what he was saying. And I was like, okay, cool. Now I could open the door for my cat Gingerbread because Brian's got stuff to say. He's going to say stuff.
Right.
And then it was silent.
It's like there's 3 different camps.
Yeah, so there's 3 different camps for everybody. There's the fuck them up. There's the stand there and watch, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of characters who would just watch. And there's the I don't got time for this and leaves. Those are the real 3 camps.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. I feel like a lot of characters from Jujutsu Kaisen aren't super invested or involved in regular people's lives like that. So I don't know. I feel like they're so removed that they wouldn't like care one way or another. So many of them.
You know, Toji
Mm.
wants to. You know, Toji would sit there and watch.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like Toji would maybe step in, but then I don't know.
Nah, he wouldn't step in.
What's Megumi doing?
I think he's leaving. I think he's in the I don't got time for this crowd.
Yeah.
I think he's out. He could care less.
What about Tengen?
Tengen Tengen wouldn't be there. He'd be locked away in his room.
Up into the fetal position.
Yeah,
and
he'd
form a
be.
womb around himself. Say, please don't hurt me.
He'd be hanging out in his tree room.
Right there
Alright.
on the train.
What about Kenjaku?
Kenjaku wouldn't care.
No,
sure?
I don't.
I think he would watch.
Mm,
Maybe he would just show them his brain, and then the brain would directly talk to them and say, "Yo, shut the fuck up," and he would just close his head back, and then just to go back to sitting down and looking calm. And I ain't gonna hold you like me personally after seeing something like that. I don't care what really just happened between like me and this other person. Um, that's gonna give me something to think about. That's gonna dominate my thoughts for like that moment and perhaps the rest of that week.
I'll tell you what. It definitely would take away my need to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
I would
I don't
definitely
think
be
I
like.
could after that.
I would definitely be like only in Shibuya and then go home.
That would definitely forge like a bond between me and the person I was arguing with.
For real. I'd be
Because we
friends.
both seen that, right? Like,
Yeah, like
You saw that brain talking to us, right?
He would become the best man at my wedding.
It's like, I thought you were beefing with him. It's like, man, when you experienced, we trauma bonded. We both seen some shit.
We trauma bonded.
so he opened a hatch on his head like Frankenstein, and his brain spoke to me.
His brain had a mouth and it talked to us.
And it told me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man, I seen a lot of things on the subway, but that took the cake. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm ever the same. So
Kenjaku? If I see that nigga on the train, I'm getting off at the next stop, and I'm waiting for the next one.
Yeah, you know some fucking terrible shit's gonna happen to every human there.
And if he happens to be getting off at that train stop too, I'm walking right back on the train and hoping he didn't see that.
Yeah, you didn't
Have
see
you ever
me.
done that before? Where you've gotten off the train to like dodge someone?
I've gone to the next
No,
car.
Fortunately not.
I've gone to the next car.
I've considered doing that before. I've thought of scenarios in my head where, like, if I didn't want to run into someone, like, how would I go about doing it? And yeah, like walking. I feel like walking through the train car is so fucking obvious. It draws a
No,
lot
I
of
mean,
attention.
I guess if you're talking like, are you, as you're about to get on the train, do you see somebody weird and then you just?
No, like you're on the train.
No.
You're like midway to another stop, and
Mm.
somebody's really fucking weird on the train.
Yeah, 7 times out of 10, I'm probably staying on that train.
Yeah,
probably staying
there's
on
been
that train.
times like, I've seen like a person I could tell was like about to be like mad weird, like like bug out on the train, and I would dead ass walk to the next car as the train doors open. Like, yeah, I'm not going to that train car.
Yeah, I've done that, but
Yeah.
if I'm on the train already and there's somebody weird, I'm probably just waiting to the next stop and then switching there.
How crazy? All right. How crazy would something have to be for you to like dodge an entire train? Like you wait for the next train.
If it's full enough, like if it's too crowded enough.
Yeah,
honestly,
too
that's
crowded,
enough.
so good. But I guess Brian's asking a more absurd, like how absurd does the situation on the train?
Like if I see Matt, I don't know.
Like you
know.
don't
Like, why
even
just
want to
let
go
the
to
train-
another cart. You just want to get on another train.
Like if you see somebody and it's just so awkward, like imagine if it's a girl, you try to like ask out or something like that, and she's dubbed this shit, and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to like.
I think I would never
Get off at
take the train
stop.
again.
We're going to the same place.
I would never take the train again off the chance that I'd never see her.
You switch to the buses now.
Yeah, only buses. Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I think it had to be pretty crazy for me to not take a train entirely. Is that crazy? Is that a crazy
No.
thing to say? I
No.
feel like that's most New Yorkers. It's like,
Yeah, we like
the situation would have to be damn near lethal. I'd have to see Kenjaku on the train.
Yeah. Sound like that.
Oh, what would Mahito do?
Kill everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, he would just kill everyone in the station, on the train, wherever he is. You just touch them once and watch their head explode or something.
He's like, did I do a good job, Kenjaku?
And be like, oh, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting better at doing cursed energy things.
All right, remember.
This is good practice.
This is actually very good. I'm having a good time. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so much about myself and the things I can do.
He has like a wholesome self-reflection.
Yeah, I'm getting so much
After
empowerment over
murdering
myself.
2 people.
I'm really enjoying.
He was Itadori's of like Black Mirror, you know.
For real.
At the time, the way they were both like developing.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks that he's gone, but it is what it is.
All right, we ready to get the show on the road?
Yeah, I guess we should. There's more questions, but next week we'll take care of the rest, and I'll reestablish the context as well. But yeah, we should probably get into the main show. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you like the show, comment your questions, and we'll answer them on the pod. We'd like to get a little thing going, especially since the strike has robbed us from talking about a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
Thank God it's almost over.
Hopefully it's almost over. I mean, we still don't know. They still got to review the language of everything before they can give a definitive answer. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see you guys in New Jump Cities. See you guys soon.
Bye.